T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 chamber pressures are nominal.
Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Pad 39A at Kennedy Space Center, carrying our Starlink payload to its targeted drop-off orbit. Moments ago, we've begun to throttle down our engines on the first stage in preparation for Max Q. Max Q is where the vehicle will experience the highest amount of aerodynamic pressure.
Max Q.
And we've just passed Max Q. In a couple of minutes, we'll have 3 events happening back to back. First is main engine cutoff, also known as MECO. This is where all 9 Merlin engines on the first stage will shut down to slow the vehicle down in preparation for stage separation. Stage separation is where the first and second stage will separate from one another, with the first stage making its way back towards Earth for landing, while the second stage continues its journey with the third event, which is Second Engine Start 1, also known as SES-1. This is where the single engine on the second stage, our Merlin vacuum engine, lights up and will continue to propel the second stage along with the Starlink satellites to orbit. We're about 25 seconds away from main engine cutoff. Got some really cool footage of Falcon 9 right now.
Stage separation confirmed.
All right, we had successful main engine cutoff, stage separation, and our second stage engine is now up on power on the right-hand side of the screen. Again, on the left-hand side of the screen is our first stage. It's going to make its way back to Earth to attempt landing for the 6th time on our drone ship in the Atlantic Ocean.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
3 Merlin engines have relit and are now slowing the first stage down before they hit the upper parts of the Earth's atmosphere. I have a few more seconds left on this burn.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
All right, the second burn will be happening about 90 seconds from now. There's a view of our
Stage
drone
1
ship.
landing leg deploy.
And right down the middle, Falcon 9 has landed. This particular booster has landed for the 6th time. This marks our 62nd successful recovery of a Falcon 9 first stage, and the 32nd time we've landed on this particular drone ship. Of course, I still love you. Welcome back once again to the webcast for Starlink Mission 14. We're just past the T+ 1 hour mark and coming up on the deployment of our 60 Starlink satellites. Thus far, we've seen successful liftoff, stage separation, first stage recovery on our drone ship, and 2 successful second engine starts. The second stage has been spinning along its central axis, giving the Starlink satellites the momentum they need to space themselves out after they deploy. Each of these satellites weighs approximately 260 kilograms and features a compact flat panel design that minimizes volume, allowing for a dense launch stack to take full advantage of Falcon 9's launch capabilities. Starlink satellites are also equipped with efficient ion thrusters powered by Krypton that enable the satellites to orbit raise, maneuver in space, and deorbit at the end of their useful life. Starlink is, in fact, the first Krypton-propelled spacecraft ever flown. Now we're just a few seconds away from payload deploy, so let's listen in for the call out of payload deploy.
Starlink deploy confirmed.
And now you can see on screen these satellites are slowly separating from the second stage. Shortly, they will deploy their solar arrays, and over the next few weeks, distance themselves from one another and use their onboard ion thrusters to make their way to their operational orbit. That's a very cool shot. A quick update on fairing catches. It looks like we had a good catch on both fairing halves, but the corner of the net on Mystery didn't hold up and gave way. We didn't have any impacts to the recovery team personnel, so we'll bring them back and see if we can use them on a future flight. And with that, we'll be bringing our webcast to a close. Thank you to the Range and Federal Aviation Administration for supporting today's mission. Again, if you are interested in getting future news about our Starlink service, head on over to starlink.com and sign up for updates. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great rest of the Sunday, everyone.